Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Bitcoin price is continuing to actually range within these two moving averages. Of course, this is what we've been expecting here over the past 1 to 2 days on the channel. But after Bitcoin finally leaves this range just here, which will eventually happen, where's the next most likely price target for Bitcoin? And in just a moment, I'll be answering that question. And also in just a moment, I will give you guys an update on the VPVR indicator. This is very important to pay attention to because this indicator also backs up what's happening in the Bitcoin order books across all of these exchanges right now. There's a huge amount of buy orders just below this particular price. But just recently, there has been a sell wall develop in obviously the sell orders to the upside. So that's definitely something that's important to pay attention to. And on top of all of that information, I will cover the Bitcoin dominance towards the end of this video because we are right now forming a massive pattern on the Bitcoin dominance chart that we have not formed since the end of the last Bitcoin cycle. So definitely make sure you're watching this video all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on all of this valuable information. And if that sounds good to you, just before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future updates. And as always, I really do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart here on the 6-hour time frame. And as I just explained, the Bitcoin price is obviously still ranging between these two moving averages. And for those of you that have been watching all of my Bitcoin videos, this is kind of what we were expecting here in the immediate short term, just a little bit of sideways consolidation. And by the way, for the brand new viewers here on the channel, the yellow moving average is the 50-day exponential moving average, and this green line just here is the 21-week simple moving average. So obviously the 21-week SMA is acting as support and the 50-day EMA is acting as resistance. And it's pretty simple. As soon as we break support, then that means we're continuing the trend to the downside. But if we break this resistance, that means we are potentially looking at more of a reversal to the upside. So right now, the 50-day EMA is coming in at around 45,000 US dollars approximately, which is pretty close to this descending line of resistance coming in at around 45,500. And right now, the 21-week SMA is coming in at around 41,500 US dollars. But something else to mention is the fact that we've actually got a lot of support just below the 21-week SMA. And I'll be getting into that in just a moment because that has to do with all of the order books across exchanges right now. So definitely stay tuned for that later in the video. But first, just taking a quick look at the RSI and the MACD here. First of all, the MACD, we basically can just disregard straight away here on the 6-hour time frame because it's not really showing anything crazy. And anything lower than that 6-hour time frame, if you're looking on the 4-hour time frame, is doing the same thing. Once again, no major signal here on the 4-hour MACD. On the 12-hour time frame, then perhaps we're getting a bit more of a signal here. We're actually just about to see a bullish cross here on the 12-hour time frame. So technically speaking, that is bullish for perhaps the next few days. But taking a look at the last bullish cross that we saw back here a few days ago, that was right here when Bitcoin was at around 46,000 US dollars. And we only really pumped from around 46,000 up towards around 48,000, which at that stage was around a 5 to 6% gain in the Bitcoin price. So even though, once again, technically speaking, this is a bullish sign, it's not overly bullish by itself. So perhaps we could see a little bit more of a gain here in the immediate short term, but obviously we've still got a lot of resistance here to the upside coming in at roughly around 45,000 US dollars. And now taking a look at the RSI, this is on the 6-hour time frame, by the way. As you can see, clearly the RSI is trending to the upside in the immediate short term, which straight away is a good sign to see because of course the last time that we actually saw that happen was around 1 to 2 weeks ago, just back here after that initial crash to the downside. And once again, the price was actually trending to the downside at that stage while the RSI was trending to the upside, giving us a strong divergence, and that led to an increase in the price later on. But this time around, we're not exactly seeing a divergence in the price and the RSI. They're pretty much doing the same thing. So this time around, this isn't necessarily as bullish as last time with that divergence. Once again, if anything, the RSI in the immediate short term is telling us that we're likely in some sort of consolidation phase. And once again, I let you guys know that here on the channel yesterday, and since yesterday, the price has basically just gone sideways with very small upside and downside movements in the immediate short term, but once again, pretty much sideways price action. Now, a lot of that sort of information I actually covered in yesterday's Bitcoin update video and the video before that one. So for the brand new viewers here on the channel that missed those update videos that are posted over the last 2 days or so, after you finish watching this video, definitely go back on my channel and watch those videos if you want a more detailed analysis about all of these moving averages just here. And now bringing out the VPVR indicator, and right now that is showing that the current price is actually trading perfectly within resistance and support. I'll quickly hide my face cam so you can actually see what's happening behind me. And yeah, once again, right here, we've got a lot of traded volume above the current Bitcoin price and a lot of traded volume below the current Bitcoin price. And right now, the volume that's traded above the Bitcoin price is coming in at around 46,000 US dollars approximately. And the volume that's traded below the current Bitcoin price is mainly coming in at around 40,000 US dollars. So the volume to the upside will obviously act as resistance for the Bitcoin price, coming in at just beneath 46,000 once again. And that volume below will be acting as support at around 40,000 US dollars. But what's interesting is right now we've got a lot more support to the downside, according to this indicator, than we do have resistance to the upside. And this is also shown in the Bitcoin order books across exchanges, which I will be getting into in just a moment. But to finish off what I have to say about this indicator for the beginners out there that have no idea what this actually means, I went into more detail about this exact indicator and what it actually is in my most recent Ethereum update video that I posted yesterday on the channel. So definitely check out that video if you want more of a detailed explanation on exactly what this VPVR indicator actually is. All right, now jumping into the Bitcoin order books across all of these exchanges. And as you can see just here, first of all, as I've explained in my last few Bitcoin videos, we've got a lot of buy orders coming in at just below 39,500 US dollars. Is really where they start ramping up, as you can see just there. So that acts as strong amounts of support coming in at around 39,500 US dollars, and really for a few $1,000s below that. So here on the Bitcoin 6-hour chart, if you're actually mapping out all of that support for the Bitcoin price, that is right here. And as you can see, we've clearly got a lot of wicks going into this region on the chart, showing that there is a lot of buying demand right down here where a lot of those buy orders are sitting at. And then on the flip side, looking at the sell orders to the upside, which will be acting as resistance, we've actually got a sell wall at around 44.2K approximately. So for the beginners out there, what that basically means is a lot of people are wanting to sell Bitcoin at 44,200, give or take, which means we're going to need a lot more money coming into the markets to actually push the price above that price just there. And looking at 44,200 on the Bitcoin chart, that is pretty much right around here, as you can see. And what's interesting is that's exactly where we found huge amounts of support previously on the Bitcoin charts. So this is clearly a significant level to pay attention to. And right now, technically speaking, and according to those order books, it is acting as resistance for the Bitcoin price at around 44,200, give or take. Anything above that level, then of course we've got the golden pocket to the upside coming in at that previous high just there at around 45,200. But when you're measuring out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this high up at around 53,000 US dollars, then obviously that changes the fibs a little bit. And in this case, we've got the 38.2% Fibonacci level coming in at around 44,500 US dollars, which is pretty much at around that previous high just back here. And then we've got the golden pocket coming in at roughly around 48,000 US dollars. And obviously for the price to even make it up towards that level, we would actually need to break above these initial resistance levels first. And obviously these are not all of the Bitcoin order books. These are just some of the exchanges out there. For example, one of the biggest exchanges that this is actually missing is of course Coinbase. And just quickly looking at the Coinbase order books, and we're seeing pretty much the exact same thing minus the sell wall at around 44.2K. Basically, the main thing to take away from the Coinbase order books is clearly the massive amount of buy orders that are coming in just below 40,000 US dollars per Bitcoin, which once again acts as a lot of support for the Bitcoin price. And by the way, for the beginners out there that want to know exactly why that acts as support, because there's buy orders set at those levels just there, we need a lot of people selling Bitcoin to all of those people that are wanting to buy at those levels. And another quick update on the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. Right now, we're still looking at a fear signal. It's pretty much the exact same as yesterday. Nothing really has changed. So there's really nothing new to say here about the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index on top of what I said yesterday. All right, now taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart here on the 3-day time frame. So each one of these candles is 3 days. So this is actually looking at the big picture here. And right now, we're clearly forming a massive W pattern in the Bitcoin dominance. And by the way, for the complete beginners out there, this basically shows us Bitcoin's market share across the entire crypto market. So for example, right now it's at around 42%. So out of all of the money in the crypto market at the moment, around 42% of it is sitting in Bitcoin, and obviously the rest is sitting in altcoins. So if the Bitcoin dominance is heading to the upside, that means that Bitcoin is gaining market share across the entire crypto market, which usually means that the majority of altcoins are underperforming against Bitcoin if the Bitcoin dominance is heading to the upside. But of course, if we're heading to the downside in the Bitcoin dominance, that means Bitcoin is losing market market share, which usually means the majority of altcoins out there are outperforming Bitcoin's gains. And what's very interesting about this huge W pattern that is potentially forming here on the 3-day time frame is the fact that we've actually formed a pattern just like this, but around 4 years ago. Zooming all the way out towards the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, as you can see back here, the Bitcoin dominance formed a massive W pattern. And by the way, this massive collapse in the Bitcoin dominance, that was during the year of 2017. And so Bitcoin and crypto at that stage was in a massive bull cycle. So that's also something to keep in mind as well. If we're heading to the downside in the Bitcoin dominance, that doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin is heading to the downside against the US dollar. It just means altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin's gains. And that's clearly what we saw back in 2017, because obviously Ethereum had a crazy year that year. And also at that stage, we were having a lot of initial coin offerings, which is basically the launch of new altcoins. So that's obviously what helps drive this Bitcoin dominance to the downside throughout 2017, throughout that bull cycle. But when the bull cycle was coming to an end towards the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018, obviously the Bitcoin dominance started bottoming out here with this huge double bottom, this huge W pattern. And so when the Bitcoin dominance was bottoming out and starting to head back to the upside, that means that altcoins were underperforming against Bitcoin. And usually we actually see that in more bearish times in the market, because when the entire crypto market is looking bearish, obviously Bitcoin is heading to the downside, but usually during those bearish times, the altcoins are actually losing more value against Bitcoin. So you can almost think of this chart as kind of an inverted chart. If we're heading to the downside, usually that's actually bullish for the entire crypto market. And if we're heading to the upside, usually that's bearish for the crypto market. Obviously, that's not always the case, but that's just a general rule of thumb if you're looking at the bigger trends here. And so the fact that right now we're forming the same massive W pattern here on the 3-day time frame, if this pattern actually completes, this could be the end of the current Bitcoin bull cycle. But I definitely want to make it clear that this pattern is not confirmed as of right now. We are simply forming this pattern, but it is not confirmed. I want to make that clear. What we need to see for this pattern to complete is the Bitcoin dominance continue rising to the upside all the way up towards around 49%, really around 50%. And then if we start breaking the neckline just here, which pretty much is above 50%, then at that stage, when Bitcoin reclaims half of the crypto market share, it's very likely if that actually happens, that we will be in much more of a bearish time in the market. And that's simply just based on what we've seen previously. Obviously, nothing plays out the exact same, so keep that in mind as well. But it was during this time just here that Bitcoin and a lot of the altcoins out there were in a bear market. So that's just something to keep in mind here as well on the Bitcoin dominance chart. But obviously, there's no rush for this pattern actually completing, because this is on the 3-day time frame. So even if we were to follow this kind of trajectory to the upside, which is obviously a pretty sharp trajectory to the upside, but even if we did follow that trend just there, that would still be around 1.5 months from now. And once again, it could take a little bit longer, towards around 2 months, but clearly this is speculation at this time. It's just something to pay attention to moving forward. But with all of that being said, I want to point this out as well. Obviously, I tweeted this out over on my Twitter. So these are the exact Bitcoin prices on the 26th of September for all of these years, and you can clearly see the trend for Bitcoin. There was only one single year throughout the past 11 years where on this day, the Bitcoin price was less than where it was the previous year. But other than just 2015, every single year was actually making profits on the last year. So clearly the most profitable strategy so far in Bitcoin is simply to accumulate Bitcoin and hold for the longer term. And that's not just my opinion or anything. The numbers don't lie, and these are the facts in front of us. And once again, they suggest that the trend is not slowing down anytime soon on the big picture. Obviously, anything can happen here on the short term. When you're talking about over the next few days, weeks, or even months, sure, we could be bullish or bearish, but in the longer term, that doesn't really matter. In fact, if anything, you should be wanting bearish price action in the short term, because we already know where the long term is taking us. And so the short term bearish price action gives us opportunities to accumulate at cheaper prices. But obviously, that's not financial advice. That is simply my strategy. And clearly that strategy has been very profitable. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this one. It only takes a couple seconds out of your day to click that subscribe button down below, and it's completely for free, but it seriously helps out this channel so much, and I really do appreciate all of your support. And considering the amazing opportunity that we are entering right now, there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends, and there's definitely never been a better time to stay active in these markets, because it's during these more bearish times in the short term that the biggest opportunities present themselves. But anyway, that's about everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.